Afternoon. Can we get your full name, please?
Dan Hartman, D-A-N-H-A-R-T-M-A-N.
And you swear that the evidence you will be giving will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I can't hear you very well.
Do you swear that the evidence you'll be giving will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My son Sean played hockey his whole life. It was his love. It was his passion. It was his favorite thing in the world. And to continue to play hockey in 2021, he had to be vaccinated. Sean's biggest fear in the world was needles. He was terrified of them. It was his biggest fear. But he wanted to play the game he loved, so he took the vaccine. 4 days after that, he went to the hospital, to emergency. He had brown circles around his eyes. He was vomiting. He had a rash and an extremely sore shoulder opposite to his injection shoulder. The doctor failed to do any blood work. He didn't do a D-dimer. He didn't do a troponin test. He gave him Advil and sent him home. On September 26, 2021, Sean went to play hockey that night, and everything seemed okay. He came home and went to bed. And on the morning of September 27th, Sean was found dead on the floor beside his bed.
How old was he?
He was 17.
Tell us a little bit about your son.
The most beautiful boy I ever met, not just because he was my son. He was very polite. He was very respectable. He never backtalked me once. I never heard him swear once. He never had a drop of alcohol in his life, never had a cigarette. He loved watching movies. He loved music. He used to love wrestling so much when he was a little kid. He was just such a great kid, almost like an angel. That's how special he was.
Did he have some idea as to what he wanted to do?
Well, he wanted to make the NHL, hopefully someday, but he also knew that's a long shot. So he actually considered being an NHL referee, just so he could be around the game.
So what happened after he passed away?
I had to wait 3 long months for autopsy results. They did a complete autopsy with genetic testing and toxicology, and the cause of death is unascertained. They can't tell me why he died. They have no explanation why he died.
And what did you do next?
What's that, sorry?
What did you do next after that, in that regard?
What did I do next?
Yeah, in so far as that conclusion was concerned.
I started a Twitter page to get support because I was completely lost and didn't know where to turn. And I've met some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life who support me and help me get through this. And it's really hard, though. Every day is so hard. The hardest part for me is sleeping. I wake up every hour. I cry multiple times a day. I'm a truck driver, and so I'm alone with my thoughts all day, and I think about Sean so much. I can't listen to songs on the radio anymore. There's a whole list of songs I can't hear. And I'm taking antidepressants, and I'm in grief counseling now with other parents who have lost their children. I will never do Christmas ever again. Christmas means nothing to me now. I will never see Sean get married. I will never meet what would have been his beautiful wife. I won't have any grandkids, ever. I can't live with the cause of death being unascertained because, in my opinion, the vaccine killed my son. There's no other logical explanation. He was a perfectly healthy boy with no underlying conditions. And now I have to live without the most important person of my life. And every day is pure hell. Every hour. The only time I'm not in pain is when I go to sleep.
Tell us a little bit about the community of other parents that you have joined up with.
I speak with 5 other sets of parents around the world who all lost their child after this vaccine, and all have cause of death unascertained, the same as me. And some people think we're lying and they don't believe us and they think it can't be the vaccine. Well, Dr. Ryan Cole from America has agreed to help me. He has Sean's tissue samples, and he's one of only a handful of pathologists in this world who can prove vaccine death. And he's going to prove it for me. And I can't wait to tell all the people who doubted me that I was right. My gut feeling about Sean is right. I know it is.
And how did you get introduced to Dr. Cole?
Through my Twitter page. That's what led me to him. And I was watching so many videos of him explaining. It's very strange that Canadian pathologists aren't doing tests to determine vaccine death. And to do that, you have to stain slides, and you have to look for spike protein. And Dr. Cole has even told me he's offered to teach our pathologists how to do it. They just have to get in touch with him. It's a complex procedure, but he knows how to do it. And I am quite confident that he's going to tell me that Sean died from the vaccine.
And you're awaiting his results as we sit here today.
Sorry, what was that?
You're awaiting his results as we sit here today.
Yes. Okay. He said it won't be too long because he's already done some initial testing. I can't discuss what has been found yet, but when the time comes, I will.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the commissioners? Just to wrap up, is there anything else you want to tell us about your son and your situation?
He was the reason I woke up every morning. He was the reason I went to work. I've been a truck driver for 18 years, and I used to love my job, and now I hate going. I don't even care anymore. Sean was so special. It's so hard to describe. He wasn't like other kids. He was a shy boy, but such a good heart. He wouldn't have hurt anybody. And he was my only son, and he was my reason, my love. And now he's gone. I believe they took him from me. I believe my son was murdered.
We're very sorry for your loss.
Sorry?
We're very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.